every character that will be used on the FCC 5-word-per-minute Morse code exam. You can be confident that you're ready to pass that 5-word-per-minute exam for your general or higher class amateur radio license. I will teach you the Morse code characters one at a time and give you practice with each one before moving on. As each new character is introduced, I'll tell you what the character is and send it a few times so you can learn the sound of the character. Write the character every time I send it. Writing the character each time you hear that sound is an important step in learning the Morse code. The idea is for you to make an automatic association between a certain sound and its character. After you learn the first few letters, I'll give you some practice copying words with each new letter you learn. I'll send each word, then I'll tell you what the word is, and finally I'll send the word again so you can check on any letters that may have given you trouble. This is a stereo recording with the code on both channels and my voice on only one. If you are listening on a stereo player, you could adjust the balance control to one side if you want to eliminate my voice and just listen to the code. This can give you good practice as you start to feel comfortable with the Morse code. Here is our first Morse code letter. Whenever you hear the sound, write A, alpha, A, A. Notice that the first tone is shorter than the second one. A. 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 Now our second Morse code letter. When you hear the sound, write E, echo. E. 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 The third letter we will learn sounds like, this is the letter R, Romeo. Each time you hear, write R. 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 Do you hear that dash, the longer tone in the middle? R. 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 Let's try a few words with the letters A, E, and R. Ear, E-A-R. Now another word using the letters A, E, and R. That's the word R, A-R-E. Let's try one more word using the letters A, E, and R. Rare, R-A-R-E. Next we will learn the letter N, November. Every time you hear the sound, think N. 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 Can you hear the difference between the dash, the longer first tone, and the dot, the second shorter tone? N. 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 Shall we try a few words using N? Good. Here goes. Near. N-E-A-R. Earn. E-A-R-N. Besides the letters and numbers, you also must learn some Morse code procedural signals, prosigns we call them. The first one you are going to learn is the end of message symbol. This is written as a plus sign or as the letters A and R with a line over them to show that it is one character, not the individual letters A and R. End of message. 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 Our next letter is a very easy one. T, tango. T. 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 Now a few words using T. Tent. T-E-N-T. Rate. R-A-T-E. And one last word using the letter T. Tear or tear. T-E-A-R. Don't tear up the paper if you are having trouble with a particular letter. Just back up and go over that letter a few more times. With practice, you'll soon be able to recognize these letters instantly. You will get more practice with these letters as we go along, though, so don't worry if you aren't copying 100%. Our next letter is I, India. When you hear the sound, write I. 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 Are you ready to copy a few words that use I? Here goes. In. I-N. Get ready for a tricky one. Train. Train. Did you get the end of message symbol at the end of the word, too? Congratulations, you are about to learn your 8th Morse code character. O, Oscar. O. 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 Now we'll try some words using the letter O. Or. O-A-R. Tone. T-O-N-E. End of message. This next letter is one that many of you may already know. S. Sierra. S. 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 Are you ready for some practice with words that use S? C. S-E-A. Sense. S-E-N-S-E. Here is another Morse code letter. D, delta. When you hear the sound, write D. 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 Notice that the dash, or first tone, is 3 times longer than each of the 2 dots. D. 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 Let's practice a few words using the letter D. Diode. D-I-O-D-E. Node. N-O-D-E. Now let's move on to another letter. This one is the letter H, hotel. Each time you hear, write H. 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 How about some words using the letter H? Hat. H-A-T. Dash. D-A-S-H. The next letter you will learn is C, Charlie. When you hear the sound, write C. 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 Do you hear the nice rhythm of this letter? C. 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 Now let's make up some words using the letter C. Can. C-A-N. Chassis. C-H-A-S-S-I-S. And one more word using the letter C. Code. C-O-D-E. Now on to our next letter. U, uniform. U. 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 Ready to try some words with the letter U? Here we go. Use. U-S-E. True. T-R-U-E. Sun. S-U-N. Our next letter is Y, Yankee. Whenever you hear the sound, write Y. 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 Here are some words that use the letter Y for you to practice with. Yarn. Y-A-R-N. Duty. D-U-T-Y. What do you send at the end of a sentence? A period, of course. Period. Doesn't that sound final? Period. 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 Here are a few short sentences for some practice copying the period. Each sentence is sent only once. Refer to the transcript booklet that came with your package to check your copy. This next letter has a nice rhythm. L, Lima. When you hear the sound, write L. 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 Here is some practice with words that use L. Ladder, Ladder. Hall, Hall. Lunch, Lunch. Are you getting hungry yet? Maybe it's time to take a break for a snack. Here is a nice short Morse code character for you to learn. M, Mike. M. 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 Here are a few words that have M in them. Morse, Morse. Music, Music. Charms, Charms. Period. Next, we'll learn the letter P, Papa. Whenever you hear the sound, write the letter P. 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 How about a sentence made up of words that use the letter P? I'll send it once. Pepper plants produce peppers, period. Did you realize that you know over half the letters of the alphabet already and nearly half of the Morse code characters that you will have to learn? You're doing great. Let's go on to our next letter. G, golf. Whenever you hear the sound, write G. 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 Let's try another sentence, this time with words that use the letter G. Gardeners gather garlic, period. Don't forget the end of message character. Here is another letter that has a nice rhythmic sound. The letter F, foxtrot. Every time you hear the sound, write the letter F. 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 Here are some words with the letter F in them. Fuse, F-U-S-E. Fluff, F-L-U-F-F. Frogs flip, period.